I innocently posted that photograph of salted grapes tossed in olive oil about 2 weeks ago. And I didn't make a what would Michael do out of it because I didn't think it required a recipe, but a lot of people loved it, tried it, made it, and just as many said, how did you do that? So here's how you do it. First things first is full disclosure. I never take credit for anything I don't do myself. Those grapes were on a beautiful display of hors d'oeuvres at Stephen Catter's house. Stephen Catter is a great culinary buddy, and we occasionally cook together, and this is one of my favorite things that he makes. It's particularly appropriate today because it requires no cooking, and it's delicious, and it's the perfect thing that can sit out on the counter for hours. I say particularly appropriate today because this is going to be a no-cook kitchen for a couple of weeks because I'm about to start a renovation, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But let's do the grapes. First things first, take all of your grapes off the stem. Anybody can do that. Next, you want to give your grapes a good rinse. Strain out the extra water, toss them onto a dish towel so they can properly dry. You want dry grapes so that the olive oil can adhere to them. We're going to toss our rinsed and dried grapes into a mixing bowl. We're going to start with just a drizzle of maybe a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of olive oil. I'm eyeballing this. You don't want to drench them, you just want to coat them. When you see that they're shiny like that, I'm going to tell you, I think they're ready. They look like glass. Oh my God, they smell so good. They look like glass balls. They're so beautiful. And then we're going to shake some sea salt on top of that. Toss and coat. Toss them into a pretty bowl. A little crystal bowl would be nice, or your favorite bowl. And look at how gorgeous those are. Olive oil, sea salted grapes. You're gonna thank me, they're delicious. So good. Thank you, Stephen Catter. Thank you for letting me share your recipe. I love these. Well, let's talk about the kitchen. I have been wanting to renovate this kitchen since we moved in here about 10 years ago. It's a great kitchen because it's really spacious, but it was really done kind of inexpensively. Really sort of low-grade, contractor-grade cabinets that have lost their life. The hinges are busted, the doors don't close. I needed to replace the appliances. So I started with appliances, which you could get on sale at any Home Depot or Lowe's. I was always interested in what's next after stainless steel because everybody has stainless steel, which is beautiful. But I was always interested in what was next. Well, what's next finally happened. Here's what we got. This smoky gray slate color really appealed to me. It's fingerprint resistant. This is GE's profile model. We got the microwave and the range, and right next to it is the dishwasher. We got them all for a song. Well, maybe not for a song, but some people pay as much for one of these items, especially a refrigerator, as we did for all four. So shop around, wait for those sales. Memorial Day, Labor Day, President's Day, whatever day is a holiday, you can bet there will be a sale. Take advantage of them. Then you can build your kitchen around them. This apartment has southern exposure and gets tons of light, which you would never know from this awkward pass-through. And in order to take advantage of it, this whole wall of cabinets is going out so that I can get all of that southern light. On the opposite wall, with the appliances in place already, if you look up, you will see there is tons of soffit that is unused. So that soffit is coming out, and I will make up for all that lost cabinet space by utilizing that space. Yes, I painted on my own backsplash because I couldn't afford tile, and now I can. So it's all going to be new. Tile, countertop, counters, floors. Oh, look at those delicious little grapes. Let's have one. You can go to one of those big conglomerate do-it-yourself places like a Home Depot. And in fact, it's a good idea to look around so you can find out what it is you like and what you don't like. They even have really good design centers there. But when you make your final decision, I always feel you do better with a little mom and pop store. I was very lucky to find one. I worked with a great guy. He helped me devise exactly what I wanted. He gave me as good, if not better, a deal. IKEA is another great option, but you know, putting together that IKEA stuff, you got to be a bit of a whiz, more than I am. So I went with a mom and pop store that I just loved. Make your plans. Here are mine. I took some pretty exacting measurements of my existing kitchen, what's there now, so I knew what I was looking for. It's always cheaper if you don't move appliances. Now I'm actually adjusting mine ever so slightly. I want to move my refrigerator away from the wall so that I can have full swing of that cafe door. I'm going to add a pantry here, which I don't have, which will be really great. I'm going to take my stove and move it away from the wall, again, so I don't have splatter mess on the wall, and I'll have a whole new box of cabinetry both above and below. Then I'm going to swap out the dishwasher for the sink, which does not affect anything because the water line is right there. Here's what the finished product is going to look like when all is said and done, and you will see I'll have all of that beautiful open wall, which will expose the southern exposure, and I can look into the living room and dining area. That's the north wall, that's the south wall. I also have elevations and diagrams, so I know exactly what the measurements are on both walls. Whoever you order your cabinets from should be able to help you do that and give you printouts so that your contractor knows how to follow them. My cabinets are ordered, so demo's gonna start any minute now, so there'll be no cooking in this kitchen. And for the next couple of weeks, I will fill you in week by week how the progress is going. So for the time being, what will Michael do will be, what will Michael do to redo his kitchen? Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.